Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Without further ado, we're now going to head off to Cloud 9.
Hooray! You did it! The swirly thingy is working! Step right in, and it will take you up to the clouds. Try not to get dizzy. I did and almost lost my ham and sheep sandwich. Ha! Sheep? Did I say that?
Okay, I don't get what the joke is, unless the joke is, I'm tired, and I'm counting sheep, which in reality, that's probably what the joke actually was. So yes, last time we ended up finishing up Luau Island. Don't know why I kept on calling it Leilu Island. I must have been tired. But now we're going to Cloud 9, which is supposed to be something that's blissful and nice. Unfortunately, it has one of the worst frame rates in the entire fucking game. So there goes that blissfulness, huh? So, welcome to Cloud 9, folks. So, if you're wondering what the heck is going on here, don't worry. The bears will be telling us, so let's see what's going on.
Hey, Spyro! The Riptocs have invaded our palace and sabotaged the machines powering our hourglass. Your electric breath would be perfect for powering the machines. No one around here can get any sleep. Can you help us?
What's this? An actual plot that would make sense in a goddamn Spyro the Dragon game? Huh. It's almost as if they're starting to try now, unlike me, who ended up dying, and the perspective on that started to really screw up because, you know, it looked like I was really close to the floor. But yes, honestly, and this is a big part to where I think I'm just getting so much Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, this game is not good at all, to say the least. Even with our new breath, such as our now newly acquired Ice Breath, which will be 1,000 times more useful than fucking Wing Shield. But what I've noticed is after the first two levels, there is an increase in quality of them at least trying when developing this game when it comes to the later levels. And one thing I don't understand is, well, I mean, at this point, seeing as how the other levels are turning out so much better than the first two, you'd think they would have gone back and at least fixed the first two before working on other levels. But that's not really the case. Now, that's not to say this level is perfect or anything. Oh no. This is an interesting level, but it's far from perfect. One of the things that really mars this level is they go gem crazy when it comes to all the gems on the floor. You are gonna find it rare to get a 5 gem. In fact, I think they're only relegated to the pots, and to my knowledge, I think that there isn't a single gold gem, or if there are, they're very limited quantities. What they decided to do for this one is, you know, hey, you know how gems are not really required as much, but you should get them if you want to get 100%? Well, let's have them scattered all over the floor to the point to where it's not easy to get them. It's just really tedious, and it's where Sparks' ability to pick up gems gets really questioned because of the fact that, you know, he misses quite a few gems. And combine that with the fact that this game has the habit of putting gems within the floors because they glitch through, and you've got a whole hurt of trouble. But anyway, our main goal for this one is to power up the machines. In fact, you can see the machine right up there for what we have to shoot the lightning breath on. And what's that? It looks like the machine from Crop Circle Country, only with actual textures, so it doesn't look like it's bland and boring. Yes, we're actually going to see what these things look like when they have textures. It's amazing. They actually look goddamn decent. Look at this. They actually look decent. Not only that, they have a goddamn swivel part to where they can move, and it makes sense, unlike with what happened in Crop Circle Country, in which, you know, the big round part just moves. There's no actual, how would I describe it? Pivot, I guess is what I could use to describe it, in the Crop Circle Country ones, because what they honestly just did was just take the assets and then basically ended up putting them to later. I don't know. See, and here's something else that I question as well. The only breath you need for this level is going to be lightning breath, which is pretty much guaranteed being one of the first breaths you end up getting. So why is it that they didn't just move some of the levels out of order. I mean, the Dragonfly Dojo, you're going to have to do that one first anyway, unless you ended up changing it to where, say, you get the ice breath there or something. But instead, they put two of the worst levels in the game at the start of the game, which ends up making it, you're not going to entice new people. What I'm saying is, you're not going to attract new people to the game if you started out so poorly like this game starts out. It's only until the later levels that it starts to feel more like a Spyro game, and it feels more like they had more time and effort put into it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, and they just had to rush together the first and second level because of stupid Universal Interactive saying, hey, let's have these first-time developers pick an IP that's been well-established for a franchise and have it released in 1 year, despite the fact this is their first game they've ever made. Honestly, Universal Interactive is infamous for this. They did the same thing to Crash Bandicoot for the Wrath of Cortex, and while that game was decent, it pretty much was just Crash Bandicoot 3.5. It really didn't do anything new at all, and that's kind of disappointing. I expect the games to do at least something new, which I will give Spyro and to the Dragonfly that over, Crash Bandicoot 4, and that was the fact that in Spyro 4, which is what this is, they at least tried something new with different types of breaths, and I believe this is actually something that stayed with the series until it got rebooted into the Legend of Spyro series, which I've never played, and I may do one day. I may just do it blind. Anyway, earlier I was looking up at the water, and the reason why is because I believe that the water is the cause of the slowdown in this level. Whenever there's water on screen, slowdown seems to be apparent, especially because no matter what, even if you're not touching the water, there will always be a rippling effect within it, and that possibly slows down the frame rate. I think I ended up going over a similar idea when I was inside the Dragonfly Dojo, but it's here nor there. Now, you might be noticing that I'm mentioning Dragonfly Dojo a lot. That is because now that we have the Ice Breath, we can actually go back to the Dragonfly Dojo, and we can actually get the remaining Dragonflies there, as well as the remaining gems, because I've still not discovered that gems are completely and utterly pointless in this game. Oh, look, a thief. Look, the thief's dead. Congratulations, that's one of the only thieves inside this game. And they still use the sound clips from, Spyro 1, 2, and 3, but at this point, reusing assets, I'm not surprised. Alright, so break through the pots to where they are just littering everywhere. And mine. See, this is where I have a problem with it. I know I keep on going on to these tirades on this, and I know some people are just not a fan of that, but honestly, there's a balance between putting gems inside enemies, putting gems inside pots, and just scattering all over the floor like you're doing right now with this level. This level makes me feel like I'm inside goddamn Super Bonus World from Spyro 1, or Nasty's Loot, and where there's just treasure lying all over the floor, and I'm just supposed to pick it up. But that's not the case. This is a full-fledged level that they're just going consistently throwing gems on the floor as a means of, hey, go and grab them. I mean, this is what a majority of this level is, ladies and gentlemen. It isn't getting dragonflies, it's just going around grabbing gems. In fact, I can say that's a good majority of this game. Which, again, I can't stress enough, don't do it. Gems are worthless, there is no Super Bonus World, there is no hidden world inside this game at all. There are cut levels that are still available on the disc if you hack it. I know that for a fact, but other than that, there's nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go after the gems, just go after the dragonflies. Just beat Ripto one time, and you're done, because you just fight the same boss over and over again. But, let's go and return this wand to this bear, shall we?
Thanks, Spyro! Now I can power up the swirly!
Did you say Franks? Yes, that's actually going to be something we're going to be noticing more so in a later level. That there is audio problems that start to show up. And ladies and gentlemen, just to get this out of the way right now, I'm playing on a brand new copy of the game when I ended up doing this. So that was the game, and not me. Yeah, that really shows that the audio quality of this game is not that good. And again, there are many things that are not that good, and that's what most of this project is at this point. Just me bitching about it. Because there's nothing else going on. I mean, look, we're finally getting to our first goddamn Dragonfly, and we were just denied it by a Riptalk. Now I gotta go and kill Starfy. Poor Starfy. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, yes, we finally are getting to our first of the Dragonflies. After so long inside this stage. How long have we been inside this stage? I want to say like 4 or 5 minutes, and we're barely getting to our first Dragonfly. Because remember, they are still a thing inside this game that we still have to collect, begrudgingly. So, he flies over that way, which means we need to go over there, which, we needed to do that anyway, since we needed to, you know, get ourselves to that machine to power it up, so then these bears can fall asleep. Right, so, break. And mine. And, dang it. Fine, I'll just go over here, break all the pots, grab all the gems, and grab more of the pots, and grab more of the gems. And mine. Now, you're probably wondering what exactly is going to be covered in this episode. I know this is kind of late to talk about this, but pretty much for this episode, we're just going to be getting through the main level itself, grabbing all the gems we can, even though I do miss, I think, 1 or 2 inside this room. And then what we're going to be doing is, in the next part, we're actually going to be doing the only bit of cleanup inside this project, as we're going to be returning to the Dragonfly Dojo, doing the 2 side missions that are available inside of Cloud 9, which is a speedway and a little mini game that honestly makes no sense to me. And then at the same time, we're going to be just doing backtracking and setting up for the next area. Hey, it's an actual normal name. That's actually a good way of, you know, coming into this, because it seems we're getting into some normal names. But then again, that's going to be thrown out the door later in this episode in particular. And then the next episode, for sure. Because, honestly, some of these Dragonfly names, I just question. Is it because they didn't want to reuse names for the last game? No, go back, you fool. There was a gem back there. There was a gem. You should have grabbed it. Stop running into the walls. Right, so, god dang it. I tend to do that a lot. I tend to have the lightning breath or the fire breath not as my active one, but instead I end up having the ever so lovely bubble breath, which doesn't do anything. Bubble breath is very useless, except for catching dragonflies, which begs the question, can I just use my freeze breath to catch them? I mean, I'm trapping them in a block of ice. And I'm sure that'll stop them. We can just put them back, and then we can have them cured of their shyness, because the whole reason why they're running away from us is because they're shy. And we'll get scared when they see you, which is a bullshit reasoning for, hey, you want this collectible? Go catch it. At least in Ape Escape, the reason why the collectible runs away from you is because it's actively trying to avoid you. Those monkeys don't like you. They don't like you or your net. So they're gonna run away from you. In this game, oh, they're shy. Never mind the fact that we could use maybe sparks to, you know, coerce them, saying, hey, you know, you don't have to be scared. We can just work this out, you know. But of course not. That'd be too difficult to do. I again apologize for my bitching so much on this. I feel like it's my Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough again. But at least Shadow the Hedgehog was playable. Oh my god. I just realized I just said that Shadow the Hedgehog is more playable than Spyro 4. The sad part is I don't actually take that back. What have I done with my life that I have to do this? At least this level feels like a Spyro game. Well, feels like a Spyro level compared to some of the other ones. Yes, some of these other ones, I've mentioned it before, they don't really feel like Spyro levels. They feel more like random levels that just happen to have a Spyro motif. It's a similar sort of feeling I get when I play certain things in Sonic Boom. It doesn't feel like a Sonic game, and I know it's a lot of people defend it saying, oh, it's not supposed to be a Sonic game. No, it's technically supposed to be. And I mean, at worst, it should have been, at the best, it should have been Werehog standards, but that's another story. But in this case, it just, for Sonic Boom, it just felt like a Jak and Daxter game with a, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog motif on it. Inside this game, it just feels like a platformer that just happens to have Spyro slapped onto it. I mean, that's what it honestly feels like to me. Which is why I didn't want to do this on my YouTube channel, because, one, I wanted to torture myself for Game Anyone, and two, I don't like this game. Honestly, I haven't touched this game since I ended up playing through it entirely, and even then I questioned why I did. Hey, it's a normal name. That's two for us right now. We've got two regular and normal names. That is a good start for us. So, now that we're done with this area, let's go into the next one, shall we? Still a little bit low on dragonflies, really. We've only gotten 2 in this stage so far, and we are, I don't know how many minutes in, because unfortunately, with how I have this set up right now, I can't see the exact time of the episode. That's the only drawback to my new mic setup system when using the Audio-Technica AT2020, is that I still do it full screen in my case, but I can't see the time of, you know, how much time I have left. And I think part of it is because if I'm watching the game full screen, then I'm not going to distract myself.
Hey, it's Ice Boy.
There's the fucking odd names. Ice Boy. Why would you name somebody Ice Boy? Why would you name something Ice Boy? That's like a patronizing nickname. It's like something Dr. Eggman would come up with for somebody who, like, uses ice as a power. When he already does it to Tails, he calls him Fox Boy. That really is what that sounded like. That sounded like a Dr. Eggman-esque insult. It wasn't even funny. Either way, we're almost done with this stage, so hallelujah to that. Unfortunately, we just need to make sure that we grab all these gems, otherwise, you know, we gotta backtrack. Not that we already don't have to, that's for sure, because, ladies and gentlemen, because of all these gems on the floor, and where some of the gems are hidden, I ended up missing quite a few of them, and it was annoying later when I had to grab them. And you won't believe where they are. We won't grab them until the next part, though. But, what do you want, Mr. Bear?
These lightning clouds are electrifying the pools. Can you use your super flame breath to get rid of them? Use the portal to...
So yes, we have a super flame breath power-up thing that we have to do, and we don't have to worry about songs going, "Congratulations, Spyro! You defeated the challenge and freed the Dragonfly!" But we're back to shooting fireballs, which are extremely delayed, and I think I know what the problem is with these. They don't have a solid form like they would in past Spyro games. But anyway, we're done with that, so give me my Dragonfly, Mr. Sleepy.
Great job, Spyro! While you were taking care of the clouds, I found this flying thing stuck in one of them. He seems lost.
And I didn't fry him?
Hey, it's Takahiro!
Hey, it's an actual attempt at a Japanese name!
Can you swim to the next machine? I'm too scared of the water.
Okay, I will do that. But yes, I have to give Tom Kenny credit on that one. That actually sounded like a Japanese name and trying to, you know, pronounce it. Not like his Tetsu. God damn it. That's something that always gets on me, is when people end up mispronouncing Japanese. And for me, I don't... If it's not your first language and you don't know anything about the language, I can understand. But when you're doing voice acting, they should at least have somebody around who speaks the language, or at least knows the pronunciation, so that they can help out the voice actors if they so need to, because otherwise you butcher names. I think the worst offender of it is whenever you try to pronounce Chinese names, because Chinese names tend to get butchered a lot, very easily. And I mean, I don't blame it. That's why I usually try to avoid saying Chinese names, because I am terrible at saying them as well. I know how to say Japanese names, not Chinese ones. Anyway, let us grab that gem. That gem. You know, this isn't helping either. You could have just put the gems on the floor in this case. But let's go to the top. We're just about at the end of the stage now, actually, which is good for me because I am starting to get a stuffy nose. God, when you run out of commentary and that's all you can talk about. Why is it that I'm doing this game alone again? I think it's just part of a masochistic challenge for me, because honestly, I shouldn't be doing this by myself. But right here, there is no way that is comfortable for you to fly over to the area that is over there. You have to jump and glide. With how far this is, it feels like you're not gonna make it, but you can if you go in the right area. If you go over here, and then do the flutter, you'll be able to make it, but that feels kind of tight, and I'm not a fan of that. It feels somewhat like I have to take a leap of faith, but luckily I can fly. And you idiot, it's on the other side. It's on the other side. That one. No, you fool, you can't use bubble. There we go. And that takes care of them all, and so the hourglass actually moves. I have to give them credit for that. They actually made the hourglass move. Color me impressed. The only thing that I'm not really impressed is that shield. It looks like something went horribly wrong with coding that shield. But, oh, Sparks, you were supposed to pick that up. There, you picked that up. Why didn't you pick this one up? Kinda needed that. Alright, so let's fly over this way and get to the end of the stage now. But we're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go and explore a little bit around in the back first and get ourselves at least 2 more dragonflies. So, grab. Oh, okay, where's the red gem? That was right here. Did I grab it? Okay. You. I fixed your hourglasses. Give me a dragonfly.
Thanks for the help, Spyro. Here's a dragonfly for you.
Are you sleepy or are you high?
Hey, it's Rip.
I honestly can't tell the difference, because with that performance right there, that makes it sound like you're high. Hey, Spyro, here's a dragonfly. Or, hey, Spyro, here's a dragonfly. Who am I kidding? I just went from high to stoned. Let it be known that Roxas1359 can't voice act either, which is why he will criticize others for it.
Ouch!
Alright, so now that we're done with this part of the stage, I'm just looking around making sure, okay, do I have all of the gems that are on these sides? I don't want to miss any. And anything? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, go on this side again. This is how paranoid I am, because I'm not thinking about it in terms of, I'm recording this. No, I'm thinking of this in terms of, I need to grab everything before I am in danger. So, go around on this side, and we're actually going to get access to 2 dragonflies of all things. One of them is going to be inside of a clock. The other one is going to be inside of a corner. Not moving, not doing anything. So I don't even know why they bothered with it. So, climb up here, and you can hear one of the dragonflies is already running away, and it's this red one right here, who you have to chase around in the clock. So, god dang it. Nope, get over here. Nope, get over here. Get over here. There we go.
Hey, it's Goose.
Oh, 1 letter away from being the Groose. Fine. Anyway, go over here, and ladies and gentlemen, there is another one just right here. Just randomly.
Hey, it's Margaret.
I'm sorry? It's who? You sort of just cut out there, Mr. Kenny. And it looked like it was Margaret, like an elongated Margaret. But here's a mistake that I end up doing. I end up jumping down right here. There are gems right here that you need to grab. The thing that's bad is there are gems all the way on the other side on a roof over there that you have to fly based on this area. This game, for this level in particular, does the cardinal sin of not allowing you to return to the end of the stage from the beginning of the stage like every other stage in a Spyro game lets you. So as a result, you have to trek through the entire stage again to get back there. And as a result, what I ended up doing instead was cutting back, which is going to be a little bit later on, which is right here. So we end up cutting back over here, and we're going to climb on up, and we're going to head off into the first of the little side mini games. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. I try not to make these episodes so long in the future because, honestly, it is a little bit hard to do, especially because in most of the time, it's just me bitching. See you guys next time.